Okay, this is gonna be a bit weird. So I do gaming YouTube like a little bit, but I don't really talk on camera. And I don't really talk during those much at all. I do like walkthroughs and then I just talk kind of when I need to. So I'm not really used to this. But I've been watching Authortube for like, I don't know, 3 years now, 4 years. And I feel like I've been writing long enough that I have something to say and content to put out there. So I feel like it's a good time to start, especially now because I'm a little bit more comfortable putting myself out there and talking about my ideas and everything. I put this off though because I see everybody on Authortube and everybody seems like so confident in themselves, and I'm 26 and I still don't fully know who I am, even as a writer. And most people on Authortube seem to have that grasp of themselves, and I wish I had that, but I don't. But also, a lot of people that I watch on Authortube have been around for a while, so they've kind of grown into that confidence. And you know, I think it doesn't matter where I start as long as I just kind of keep up with it. So I'm gonna try and do that. So yeah, this is gonna be the newbie tag 2.0. I did have a script for the 1.0, and then I realized that everybody does the 2.0 now, so it doesn't really matter. So question 1, what is your book's pitch? If you have multiple works, choose your favorite. So the current book I'm working on is, I want to say like middle grade, young adult, somewhere in there, fantasy. I haven't really come up with a pitch for it yet. I have like a summary that I've posted on Instagram a couple times to some friends looking for readers. It's about this world where magic is illegal, and these two kids get caught doing magic. So they get sent to a place where it's like a camp for magic kids, and the camp is doing some illegal stuff in both the magic and the non-magic world. So they escape, they go looking for the magic version of police to help them, and they get taken to be trained in magic. And from there they learn that the magic world is just as messed up as the regular one, and there's stuff going on with the school that they kind of have to fix. And it's the first in a planned series, so that's kind of it. Question 2 is, if you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? I'm a 26-year-old guy with the amazing superpower of uncontrollable anxiety, such so that it builds up and builds up until I get frustrated with myself, and then I end up doing whatever I was scared of. And I use that to achieve my goals. Question 3, what do you usually write? Definitely fantasy. The first novel I ever wrote was in 6th grade, and it was a higher fantasy, fish out of water situation. And then the second book I ever wrote was urban fantasy a couple years back. I'm still editing that, and now I'm doing this weird children's fantasy school novel. But I've also done mystery. I'm working on a couple now, and I have one that I've written and I've shelved. I don't know if I'm going to come back to it or not. I've talked about that on my blog a couple of times. But number 4, what's something you'll never write? Probably, erotica, definitely. I don't even know where I would start with that. But like purely romance, supernatural romance, that kind of thing. I think I need like I can do a romantic subplot, but I need something to be like the main overarching plot and theme. Number 5, what's your goal for starting an Authortube channel? I think part of the idea for everybody is like some exposure. For the published authors, obviously it's not a big deal, but when you're writing a lot, but you haven't really put any of your fiction or whatever you want to do out there, it's good to have like a little bit of a community. And I guess community is like the other thing. I like interacting with people doing the same thing as me. And I've tried starting writing groups and Discord groups and that kind of thing, and it never seems to stick. But everybody on YouTube seems to stay around for a while. So it would be nice to sort of get involved with that if I can. Question number 7, what's your publishing path? self-published, traditional, hybrid, haven't decided, or just write for fun. So I've always just written for fun, because I think, like, for me, I just feel like I have to write to be a complete human. When I do publish, I'd like to go the traditional route, just because I've sort of been interested in it for so long, and I have a sort of like romanticized view of it. If I write kids fiction, I'd like to get published by Scholastic, just because of their involvement in my life, in the books I've read for so long, that kind of thing. But like that detective novel I shelved, and maybe a couple other things, I think it might be better to self-publish. I don't know. I might do a video on that at some point, honestly, talking about it, because I haven't looked into publishing that much in recent years. Question 8, what content do you bring to the Authortube table? I think everybody, I mean, not everybody, I haven't seen a lot of Authortube, but, you know, I follow like 5 or 6 or 7. There's a lot of like how to do structure, how to character develop, how to do plot lines and themes and that kind of thing. And that's fair and really helpful. But I'm like more broadly interested in just plain storytelling. I took classes in college on everything except poetry. So screenwriting, playwriting, fiction, creative nonfiction. I feel like the more you learn about all types of writing and storytelling, the more you're able to take from that and learn from it. I think the content I'm going to bring is going to be talking about like not just writing as like a subject, but say like, here's what this video game does for this type of storytelling, or I don't know, like why first person perspective adds things, or I don't know, something like that. I'd just like to kind of explore more broadly than just fiction books. In my own work, I don't always want to talk about that. Number 9, what's your biggest writing struggle? Putting myself out there. Like I said, I kind of have to write as a human being, so it's not really finding the time. Like, even if I don't have the time, I'll get frustrated enough that I'll just make the time and end up writing whenever I can. Finding beta readers is something I put off basically until this year. When I was in college, I had to do workshop with the class, and even like the first year of college, I brought stuff to the workshop that I wasn't even serious about because I was so scared of putting like my actual work out there. So like I wrote stuff just haphazardly and took it to the class and got feedback on it, and it was not helpful at all. And then by the last year, I sort of got over that a little bit, but it was still really hard. So what's your best writing skill? Dialogue. Everybody tells me that. I should say I'm worst at description, like slightly after putting myself out there. I can't really envision things when I'm reading. So like even though I'll read every word on the page, more or less, it's like it doesn't stick in my head as like a picture. So when I'm writing, it's really hard to be like, you know, he had freckles and unruly hair and he was this tall, and make that sound engaging. It's something I really need to work on. But like my skill is dialogue for sure. And it's not like I even learned it. It was just like ever since I was writing and I showed work to teachers and professors and friends and stuff, they're like, well, your dialogue is really good. Like it sounds like the characters have their own voices and are natural and that kind of thing. And I don't know why that comes so naturally to me, but I'm happy it does, because I know a lot of people who do struggle with it, and I don't even know how I would go about learning dialogue. So I've been on YouTube for a while. What's my best Authortube tip? And I think like from watching a lot of videos and Authortubes, it's just to be authentic, not to try and make yourself into something you're not. When I started doing gaming videos, I was honestly scared that I wasn't like some funny, hilarious person who knew what they were saying all the time and knew everything about all their games and, you know, was good at video gaming. I started watching, you know, PewDiePie back in, I don't know, 2011, when he just like, you know, didn't really know what he was doing. And that was fun to watch him grow from that. So I think that's like the fun of YouTube. And old YouTube especially was just people sitting around and goofing off in front of a camera. That's for sure what I want to see more of and what I want to do. 13, are you looking for any new channels to follow, betas, critique partners, any other types of writing buddies? If so, tell us who you're looking for and connect with them in the comments. I really hope somebody watches this, because yes to all of the above. I follow a few writing channels already, so I can like fully recommend Abby Emmons and Kate Kavana. I would definitely like to see more channels, and it's like really hard to find people to follow. You search a tag and so much comes up, or so little comes up, so yeah, any recommendations? I'm always looking for betas. The problem is, like, I don't always, you give your work to somebody and that's something important to you, so it would have to be someone, like, I would connect to a little bit before giving my work to. So, like, if you're interested in beta, I'd have to have a conversation with you for a while, just so I can be like, alright, I trust you with my work. Same with critique partners. And again, like, I have a Discord group for writing, so, like, if anybody wants to connect in that way, I'll just invite you to that. And it's dead right now, but we can try and get it going again, And then number 14, what are you most excited for during this new fresh start on Authortube? It's actually a new fresh start on YouTube too. Like I said, I have a gaming channel, and then back in college I posted the videos I was working on, like short films. And even before that, I made fandom videos, which were actually on this channel. And I don't think I'm going to private, just because it's like, this is where I came from. But I'm excited just for it to be a new start, and for something different than gaming to talk about and put time into. I think if I keep up on it, it'll be kind of nice and fun to do. So yeah, that's it. That's the Authortube Newbie tag. It says tag somebody. I don't follow anybody. So if you see this and you haven't done the tag, just do it. Why not? So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're looking for a new channel, I hope you follow this. Leave a comment below if you've got an Authortube channel, and I'll follow you, because like I said, I'm looking for anybody. And yeah, hope to see you in a new video.